What's up, guys? Welcome to That Creative Life. It's me, James Mathis, and today we're going to talk about something a little darker. So let's roll that intro and let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the dark side of creativity. And I know what you're thinking, like, where's he going with this? But bear with me, because I want to talk about some of the real stuff, the real things that are not always talked about, some of the things that go on behind the scenes that not everybody realizes all the time. And so, if you're a creative type person and you create things, and you make videos, and you make music, and you paint, 9 times out of 10 that comes from somewhere inside that is not always a positive place. I know the best creative things I have done have come from heartache and have come from bad events that have occurred in my life and things that are not necessarily positive things. And so when you're getting into creativity, there's this drive, if you've been through this stuff, if you've gone through hard times, that's going to push you and motivate you. And it's not always fun, and it's not always easy, and it's not always pleasant. Sometimes it's very emotional, especially with music for me. My best songs have come from places where I was just devastated as a person, and I was broken, and I was dealing with stuff, and I was trying to work through it, and the only way I knew to get it out was in a song. But being that that's the dark side of creativity, it's also the best part about creativity. You get to pour yourself out, let these emotions out, and not keep them bottled up. You don't have to hold on to it. You can let it go, and you can move on. It is a wonderful, wonderful way to just let go of the past and move forward with your life. And so creativity for me has always been this way of letting my emotions out, letting my feelings out, feeling what I'm feeling in a positive way that's not going to be detrimental to myself. And so when you are making videos, when you're making music, whatever you're doing, like, be willing to open up and pour yourself out and let yourself feel your feelings. Let yourself be immersed in that. Get it out and leave it there. And don't pick it back up. You know, I wholeheartedly believe that one of the reasons why God gave us this amazing ability to be creative is so that we can get these emotions out when we don't know how to express them otherwise. I always say, I can't always put things into words the way I want to, but I can always write a song about it. And so, if you're struggling with anything, like, make a video about it. If you have hard times that you're going through, make a video about it. I've watched friends who have gone through stuff, and the products from that hard time have been some of the best creations they've ever made. And so, I just want to encourage you to take all that junk inside, pour it out into something creative, make something amazing, and don't be afraid to be open and vulnerable and share that part of yourself, because that realness is what's going to attract people. And so this video for me, like, I'm going to talk about some stuff that's a little deeper that I don't necessarily always talk about, but you know, it's important because it's part of why I do what I do. And so I'm going to use a very hard example for me to talk about. And it's my grandfather. And growing up, I never knew my grandfather without cancer. He struggled with cancer for 21 years. And so when I was born, he had already had it. And this man was the man that I looked up to. He's the one who taught me so much. He was such a wonderful, God-fearing man, and loved his family, and he loved me. And we would go fishing together. He would scare the crap out of me with the way he drove. We had all these positive memories, and I remember the good times and I remember the bad times with him in the hospital bed. And there towards the end, like, it was not easy because I was young. And so there were so many emotions that I had bottled up regarding my grandfather that I had to deal with and I had to struggle with. And fortunately, I have always been into music. And so I had that outlet to help me deal with some of it. And I didn't necessarily let it all out then. But over the course of my life, ever since then, I have, at various times, let myself feel those feelings and put that into something creative. And it has been an outlet for me to not just be broken over it, because, and this is kind of hard, so bear with me, but I blamed myself, and I know it's not reasonable, but what ended up happening was pneumonia. And last time I saw him, I had a cold, and I blamed myself for that. And I fully realize now that it wasn't because of that, but I always struggled with that. And that's something that I held on to and I held on to and I held on to. And making videos and making something real and something creative has helped me deal with those emotions in ways that otherwise would have been destructive to me. So having that creative outlet, having that freedom to express myself, embracing that dark side of creativity to produce something beautiful and something that's worthwhile that people care about, that is what makes this so special. And so with whatever you have going on, if you feel like it's too much, create something, let it out, and then leave it there. And that's the most important part, is once it's created, don't try to pick it back up again, because the whole point is to get it out and leave it out. I told you this would be a darker video. I hope it's something that will help you though. I really, like, this is something I'm passionate about. This is something I try to teach everyone that I work with when it comes to music or whatever. Let those emotions out, embrace the feelings, and then let them go. I love you guys, and if you're struggling, then you can always talk to me. I'm a youth pastor, pretty good listener. You guys rock. If you did like this video, it would mean a lot if you dropped a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? It'd be nice, because this is kind of a hard one for me. I'd appreciate it. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel. It'd mean the world to me. I love you guys. Don't forget to live that creative life. I'll see you next time. Bye.